The first time I came here, I approached Suzette's pink house, and I came up these steps, which were a little nicer then, just past this white picket fence, and I introduced myself as Jeff Benedict, a writer who was interested in doing a book about the Supreme Court case and on eminent domain and what happened here. And I didn't know how Suzette would respond because we'd never seen each other before or met. She kind of cut me off, and she said, I know who you are. What took you so long? I've been waiting for you. And by the time I left here that day in November of 2005, I knew I had to do this book. And I knew what the title of the book was going to be on day one. I knew it had to be Little Pink House. Because when I saw this house the first time, and I stood here where I am now, and I looked out at this view and saw what she had here and was about to lose, I thought, you know, this house one day could become as widely known as Lincoln's Cabin. We're entering the Fort Trumbull neighborhood, which used to be a thriving neighborhood in New London, Connecticut. It was named after the historic Fort Trumbull from the Revolutionary War period that Benedict Arnold burned down. And it was an immigrant neighborhood of mostly Italian families. And this stretch right here, where all these weeds are now sprouting up, used to be homes. Senior citizens, kids, working middle-class families. In 2005, the United States Supreme Court issued a decision called Kelo versus New London. It's probably the most controversial court decision since Roe v. Wade. The difference was this time almost everyone in America was on one side. Everybody thought it was wrong. And that decision stemmed from a fight, a street fight really, that took place in this neighborhood over a 7-year period between a small group of neighbors who fought against the city of New London who wanted to take their neighborhood away. But the fight was led by a nurse, a woman who'd been living in this neighborhood for the shortest amount of time. Her name was Suzette Kelo.
This started when people who thought they were better than us drove through the fort and looked at the view and said, what a beautiful view, what are these scumbags doing living here?
The decision stood for the idea that government, local government or state government, can take people's private land or private homes and turn it over to a private developer for private development or private gain.
I came home from work on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and on the front of my door was an envelope with condemnation papers taped to my front door.
All these homes and buildings have seen the wrecking ball in the last couple of years.
For me, not necessarily just me, but from all of us, man, they ripped our hearts out. What, are you kidding me? I mean, that's what they did to us. They took everything away from us.